Hello and welcome back to City Skylines 2 and the City of Knightsbridge. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. And after the problems of the last two videos with the underground system and the weird way in which City Skylines 2 handles height, for some completely bizarre reason it decides to do it as above or below ground level, as opposed to above or below sea level, which causes all sorts of issues when trying to lay out roads and underground lines and railways and all of those sorts of things. It has been causing all sorts of problems. I've also sort of noticed that a bridge appears to have disappeared, unless I never had a bridge. I maybe never had a bridge there actually, so I'm going to ignore that. Yes, after all of that debacle, I decided, what should I do with City Skylines 2? Because honestly, it is problematic to say the least. I'm not sure what to really make of the title. I'm not sure how much more I can do with the title, and I'm just waiting for my frame rate to tank because it cannot keep up. So, in this video, I am going to continue it for a little while. This video is going to be a little bit of village creation. That is the plan for today's video. So you can see off camera, there are 3 locations in which I have placed roads that would be a typical British style village. So a bit of a windy road, little roads going off to the side where you would have some houses, perhaps a school or a post office or something along those lines. So there are 3 villages currently across this map, or 3 village locations. One on the, I'd say perhaps the north, yes, I would say this is to the northwest of the city. So if you look at the main road, I've got some roads off there, and the other 2 are in close proximity to each other on the east side of the main office strip that I had built. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I've been building these villages and perhaps put 1 or 2 more. Apparently the borders appeared for some bizarre reason again. That was strange. But yes, I shall be placing 1 or 2 more villages in today, or the roads for the villages, and then in the next video probably end up building all of this up and seeing how quickly all of this builds. So make sure you stay tuned to see some village development. In fact, I might actually put the housing and everything into these villages as well, just to see what happens. And yes, let's get started and let me see if this actually goes the way I'm sort of planning. There is something that is going to cause a problem. I will show you that right after the intro. Okay, so off camera I've also done a lot of work with how these sorts of roads would be. In fact, there is something I want to do right here, and that is change this road to that, because I do not think that it needs to, yes, perhaps up to that point there. There we go. So what I've done is I've looked around and thought about where roads would have been going, and this is one of the locations. In fact, what I'm planning to do is potentially continue this road in this direction at the back, out this way, and go on this side of the river out, just like this road, the A2. I also, what is going on? There's some weird flickering. I have no idea what is happening. I also want to get this road out in this direction, so I'm developing the roads in a way where I'm assuming that the motorway does not exist. Where would the roads have gone? And that is what I want to do. So this road also curves around this mountain, up this hill, around here, and when I do get it unlocked, it will be going out over there. which is where it should be. But the next village that I'm going to make is going to be just here. So, might as well get on with it. The first thing that I want to do is try to figure out exactly what they would have done. So this village, one of the problems is that I'm not going to be able to connect it immediately because the motorway is scything through this area. So I would want to perhaps lower the motorway a little and then figure out where... In fact, let me do that first. That is probably the better option. So what I'm going to do is cause all sorts of chaos by demolishing a substantial amount of this motorway, but also trying to find a spot. So let me, for example, say... Should I say there? I still want to... No, I think that should be okay. I think that should be okay. So if I then have the road come down from this area, that will work. So what I want to do is I want to... First off, in fact, if I drop this back just a little bit more... I'm going to do that and then create the road. So that's where I know where things are going to go. So this is where I'm going to create the road from. So this is a downhill road that went like this into another village. Quite a steep downhill. That is a problem, but we do have roads like this in the UK, so it isn't too much of an issue. That is absolutely fine. Now, what would these roads be like? First, I should probably do that. So this much of the road, this is where the village begins, right there. And then I want to work out where the other roads would be. So I would probably say that there is a chance of... There is a chance there would be a road sort of running... Probably have a road running along the coast. I think that is a possibility. Now I know that this area is currently exceeding the city limits, but I will deal with that as the time as it comes. Right. Then probably want something that would connect up like so. Not great. Not great at all. What I could do is try to use this slope terrain. How do I do it again? So if I make this a little bit smaller. No, select that point. And then, is that how you do it? Yes, it is. There we go. So it's just a little bit smoother. And then all I need to do is soften the terrain a little. Like that. And that should make it much nicer to work with. Excellent. It still isn't great, but better than what it was before, I think. Okay, so there we go. That is that bit. And I will do the rest of the village in a little while. The bit that I really need to figure out is how I'm going to do all of this. So the best way to do this will be to can I have the motorway just bridge over this bit? So just push it slightly further out and just have it bridge and then come over this way. Will it even be able to do that with this silly terrain handling? I actually doubt it, but let me try. Let me try. Here we go. So if I do that, see, that is the problem. It wants to come down. Okay. So the other option is to do this. Demolish. I'm going to demolish this bit. I'm then going to how am I going to do this? I would like to... Okay. Here, this is what I'm going to do. High strength. Level. What kind of height do I have? This isn't too bad. That is not terrible. And then if I push this back a little bit further, I can then be clever about this and do a slope tool from there to there. Now this part, I will say that this part of City Skylines is reasonable. I think that it is fairly well made. I can do the parallel. How close can I put these parallel roads? 0.5. There we go. No, apparently not. So not 0.5. 0.25. There we go. It's 0.25. So yes, this part of it, I will definitely give City Skylines, Paradox, whoever developed it, Paradox, isn't it? I will give them credit, because this bit is once you figure out how these slope tools work and everything, it is quite well done. How do I want to do this? Probably that. Again, this is a bit temporary, so it may not look quite right, but yes, again, as I said, this is a bit temporary. I suppose I could just push it a little bit further, but there we go. So those, everybody can jump down onto those roads. Now, this is where the difficult bit comes in. So I want to make this... Oh, bridges. Have they fixed the bridges? Maybe they did. That was not so difficult. Oh, wait. I need that bridge to remain straight. Stay straight, please. There. That one has worked. Not actually, hasn't worked perfectly, but it is better than it could have been. So, small victories, right? So you still go up this massive hill, and it still has that mess. And that is a sort of mess I'm talking about. That is just silly. Why is that a potential thing? But I can sort that out at a later time, and to be completely honest, at this point, I am getting a little bit tired of this title. Now, let's go ahead and put the rest of the roads in. So how would the roads go on this? I'd probably expect a road to, in a village like this, I'm going to expect a couple of roads like that. I would probably guess the village green would be here somewhere, so I'm going to perhaps leave this bit open and see if I can do anything there. And then just the standard village style design, I guess. It's just a little bit of a curved road, perhaps going up like that, with some roads off the end of that, like that. Maybe this is a little residential area, so you might have a couple of roads going off like that, and potentially have a road that would do that, and then I guess this bit is where the end up with a bit more of a strange design, which would not be maybe quite the same as other villages. So I'll do that, and then maybe that and that. There we go. That does not seem like such a bad design. Yes, that seems actually quite reasonable. Although, would this just stop here? That is the question. Yes, some villages, I suppose, only have one way in or out, so that would be that. So we have one village there, we have one village there, one village there, and one village there. Where else do I want a village? I suppose I could redo this area and turn this into a village itself. And maybe if I connected this across this way onto the mess that is, yeah, maybe not. Maybe I shouldn't do that. That could be a bad idea. I'm just trying to see where would this road have gone if it were to be properly done. So it would have been down there, and then that would have connected. That would have connected the way maybe that would have originally connected up this way, which is what has changed. What do I want to do here? I'm going to leave this. I will leave that bit for now. How close am I to getting the next milestone? I'm there. So why are you not giving me the next one? Oh no, it's this one. Never mind. Sorry. That was a mistake on my part. This is what I'm looking for. It's close. It is close. Anywhere else I can create a village. Could have a village out this way. Sure, let's do a village out in this place too. And that village perhaps has a country road that will eventually go out that way. So, how do I want this village to look? So that is going to be the main road. for the village. So that is fine. And I guess let's have it do that. And then where and how would I want the village to work? So I think we would have a road just here, going up, twisting around like that. There's another potential for a road that would do a similar sort of thing, but just out there. Oh, I'm not sure about this little bump here. So one of the things that I think is a difference between perhaps modern architecture and architecture from yesteryear, how does that look? Sorry, not architecture, city planning, is that there used to be this concept of villages, and your industry was in the village, or little areas, I suppose, yes, villages, towns. Your industry was in the village, your shops were in the village, your housing was in the village, a local school, a local doctors, a local police station or police box, and all of that sort of stuff was all very local to the village. As these villages all became cities, what we ended up with were areas where you'd have some shops, houses, and all of that, and then another one, and then a city centre. Now what has happened is a little bit more, well, not quite like this, because I've still tried to keep some of it going, but this is sort of like this. So you have a suburb, all housing, no shops. I have still put some shops in, but let's say that was a suburb with no shops. All the shopping is here. All the industry is here. All the housing is here. All the shops are here. All the industry is here. That sort of style works, but relies heavily on the road infrastructure, which is not always the best of things, or transport infrastructure. So what I want to do is I want to try to, and this is why I've decided to do these villages, is I want to try and figure out if it is possible, could I make it over this? There isn't anywhere that I could make it over this. Maybe on this side. And then come back down and join up to... I might do that at some point. But yes, what was I saying? Yeah, so the reason I'm creating these villages, or this village style, is so that I can try to somehow, thank you, somehow replicate the smaller housing, maybe a bit of industry, but industry in this title just causes all sorts of pollution. I want to have non-pollution or very little pollution causing industry, like woodworking shops or little mills or things like that, but that is not an option here. You have to do this weird specialized industry which only works in certain areas. There is no low density industry, which is again another massive downside to this title, amongst others, of course. I'm sure you can already tell that I'm far from impressed with City Skylines 2, unfortunately. Let's do that. And let me see. leave that like that, and then maybe do that. A little bit more, I suppose, haphazard. Could say this is a little bit more haphazard, but it is more organic. Yes, this is quite an organic style. Should I expand that village in that direction? Should I do it in that direction, or should I do it in this direction? I think I'll do it in this direction, sort of up the hill. That would work a little bit better. There, and then why have you done that? There we go. But I think, yes, certainly the appeal of City Skylines 2 has very much diminished. I think you can see that from the Steam charts as well. Right, that is another village done. I would probably take the screenshot. Something like this. In fact, that is what I am going to do. So I'm going to take that as a screenshot right now to show some village development. Do I want to do that, or should I do... No. Before I do that, I'm going to pause this and I'm going to purchase more tiles. Now, the first tiles that I want to purchase is this set, and probably... No, do I want that one? No, I do not need that one yet. But I do want these ones, and probably will need that one. Where else do I want tiles? Let's see, I have 28 tiles that I can purchase, so if I purchase that lot, that's a road going out. I'm not sure how exactly it would go out there, but okay. And then where else would I want? Oh, I said I wanted to have a road perhaps peeling behind this, so that would be this road would go up and around and across, and then I have to figure out... So I've used a significant amount of the permits already just to build that. I could have another little village in this area. Or if I get rid of that, this is another area for a village. But I think if I do that, I should be able to connect up the roads that I wanted to connect all the way around. So at least that gives me that bit. And then what I am going to do is to finish off today's video, I am going to hook this up like this. There we go, a far more realistic way of doing that, and that would be that road, which then curved around the mountain and went up in that direction. I suppose there would have potentially been another one that went through here, so I'll have to figure that out. However, I'm going to do this. Give me a straight road from there. There we go. That is another road in. Oh my word, that looks so bad. That is embarrassingly bad. Let's see. Let me see. Potentially I could do this. I'll get rid of this and that, and then just build this one here. There we go. That should look a little better at least. And it sort of does. This bit is still a bit messy, but still going up and down a hill like that is not too bad. So that is where I'm going to end that video. I'll go ahead and now take a screenshot because you can see more of a connected structure. So I can probably do that, and that will show, yep, village designs or things like that. So that is where I'm going to end this. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on City Skylines 2 and the city of Knightsbridge. As I said, I am going to do a few more videos of this, but I'm not entirely sure how many more I'm going to do. Off camera, I will probably connect this road up in whichever direction, somewhere out here. I will connect that road up, and I shall... what else shall I do off camera? There's a fire down here. I hear a siren. That's police. Okay, that's police. Where are the fire brigade? Here come the fire brigade. Excellent. That sorted. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, what has happened here? The dog on the road. And what has happened to the graphics here? This wasn't like this. Broken down vehicle, person crash. I do not know. Another accident. I do not know what is going on. But there we go. Anyway, as I said, thank you very much for watching. There will be a few more videos of City Skylines 2. I want to see what happens. What is going to happen if I fill all of this up. So in the next video, I will dump a whole bunch of housing and shops into all of these areas and some schools and just see what happens. I will also probably fill... where should I fill out? I think we'll fill out this area, if possible. I'll try and fill out this entire area and see what happens. See what happens to that as well. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me. What is not connected here? Did I not connect this line all the way? Perhaps not. Okay, so many fires going on. I do not know what's going on, but yes, make sure you stay tuned for the next video of City Skylines 2. I think I've said everything. I will see you next time.